Being a mobile product manager is one of my all-time favorite roles. It seamlessly blends experience and platform, offering a comprehensive end-to-end portfolio. In the past 7 years, I've had mobile apps as part of my portfolio, whether I was a product manager, a senior product manager, or to a director. It has always been part of my product journey. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Teresa and I'm a product director based in Melbourne, Australia. And on this channel, we explore strategies and tools that keep inspiring us to keep growing in our product career. Today, in my final video of my 5-part series, in which I share insights across all the different domains that I have worked at as a product manager in the past 10 years. I'll take you through the ecosystem that the domain is made out of. What are the end users like? What are the common success metrics that we monitor? How are the teams set up, and how to overcome challenges that you may face? Let's start with the ecosystem. Native Apps ecosystem is a complex and multifaceted domain that encompasses a wide range of components, tools, and technologies. Number one are the platforms and operating systems. There are 2 types of operating systems: iOS, which is the Apple mobile operating system for iPhones and iPad; Android, which is a Google open source mobile operating system used by various manufacturers for smartphones and tablets, such as Samsung Galaxy, Huawei, Google Pixel. Then we've got the distribution and deployment platforms, which are how the apps get into the stores and allow customers to use them. So there are app stores, such as the Apple App Store for iOS apps and the Google Play Store for Android apps. There are beta testing platforms. Now these help you to release only to a set of customers if you want to run experiments. We have TestFlight for iOS and Firebase app distribution for Android. Next is the development tools and environments. Integrated development environments such as Xcode Primary are for iOS developments and Android Studio for Android developments. There are also SDKs and libraries. These are software development kits with a comprehensive collection of software tools, libraries, documentation, code samples, and other resources that developers use to create application for specific platform or framework. Now, the libraries are a collection of pre-written codes that your developer can use to perform common tasks or add specific functionalities. For apps, there are platform-specific SDK which are provided by Apple and Google. And then we have the third-party libraries and frameworks for enhancement of functionality and efficiency. Next is the user interface and user experience design toolkits. Now we have design tools such as Figma, Adobe XD, and Sketch can design the UI components. And then we have guidelines specific to each platform's existence. You got the human interface guidelines for iOS and the material design for Android. We have analytics and monitoring. Analytics tools such as Firebase Analytics, Mixpanel, Aptitude for user behavior tracking and app performance. For monitoring tools such as New Relics, App Dynamics for real-time performance monitoring. Then there's monetization strategies and marketing. Now, monetization strategy comprise of in-app purchases, subscription models, and ad-based revenues. From a marketing perspective, the App Store optimization with search and paid marketing as well. Then we have the emerging trends around the ecosystem, such as the augmented reality, which is a technology that overlays digital information such as images, videos, and sounds onto the real world, enhancing the user's perception of their environment. Unlike virtual reality, which creates a completely immersive digital environment, AR adds to an existing reality, providing an interactive experience. Then we have artificial intelligence, AI, incorporating into the personalized user experience, and then Internet of Things, developing apps that interact with smart devices. Lastly, the regulatory and compliance for apps. There are very strict rules that you must comply when deploying into the app stores, as there is a review process which they look at the data privacy laws, example GDPR, and other app store policies. So what does the end user look like? Now, there are currently over 8.9 million apps worldwide, over 250 million apps being downloaded daily. So how do you even begin to categorize them? So here are the 12 ways that I've broken them down. First are the casual users, those who uses the app sporadically, often for particular tasks or entertainment. Example, users who occasionally play games, use social media, or check the weather. So their needs will be easy to use interfaces, quick access to desired features, and minimal onboarding. Then we have those power users who uses apps frequently and extensively, often exploring all available features. Example, professional productivity apps, hardcore gamers or social media influencers. Their needs are more about advanced features, customizable setting, and effective workflow. We have task-oriented users who use this app for specific tasks for purpose and may not engage with additional features. Example, banking apps, shopping apps, or navigation apps. Their needs would be reliability, efficiency, and clear navigation to complete the task quickly. We have social users who uses apps primarily for social interaction and communication. Example, messaging apps, social media networking platforms, and dating apps. Their needs would be a seamless connectivity, privacy features, and engaging user experience. We have gamers who uses apps for gaming ranges from casual to hardcore gamers. Example, puzzle gamers, strategy gamers, or multiplayer. Their need is engaging gameplay, frequent updates, social features, and competitive elements. We have productivity enthusiasts use apps to enhance productivity and manage their personal or professional lives, such as task management apps, calendars, or note-taking apps. They need integration with other tools, intuitive interfaces, and advanced organization features. Fitness and health-conscious users, apps to monitor and improve their health and fitness. Example, workout apps, diet tracking apps, and meditation apps. Their need would be personalized recommendation, progress tracking, and motivation features. We have the shoppers, use apps for shopping and finding deals. Example, e-commerce apps, coupon apps, and fashion apps. Their need are easy to navigate, secure payment options, and a personalized recommendation. For those travelers, use traveling apps for traveling for planning, booking, and navigation. Example, flight booking apps, hotel reservation, and maps. Their needs would be real-time updates, offline capability, and comprehensive travel information. Then there's information seekers who uses apps to access news, research, and educational content. Example, the news app, e-book readers, and learning platforms. They would need to be updated with information, readability, and a wide range of content. We have content creators who uses apps to create and share content. Example, photo editing apps, video creation, and blogging platforms. Their needs would be a high-quality editing tool, sharing capability, and a community engagement features. And lastly, the learners who uses apps for educational purposes and skill development. Example, language learning apps, coding platforms, and online course apps. Their needs would be interactive content, progress tracking, and supportive resources. So what are the common key metrics we look at to measure success? Starting with user acquisition, we look at 3 areas: downloads and installs. Total downloads, the total number of times the app has been downloaded. Active installs, the total number of devices with the app currently installed. Example, on your mobile phone and your tablet. Then the user acquisition costs. The average cost to acquire a new customer, calculated by dividing the total marketing spend by the number of new users acquired. Then we've got the App Store optimization metrics. Conversion rate, the percentage of users who have viewed your App Store page and proceed to download it. The App Store ranking, the App Store's position in the App Store search results, and category ranking. Then we have the user engagement, daily active users, the number of unique users who engage with the apps on a daily basis, monthly active users, the number of unique users who engage with the app on a monthly basis, session length, the average duration of a user session within the app, session frequency, the average number of sessions per user per day. Then we look at user retention. Retention rate, the percentage of users who return to the app after their first use over a specific time. This could be day 1, day 7, day 30. The churn rate, the percentage of users who stop using the app over a given period. Then we look at the monetization. Average revenue per user, the average revenue generated per user over a specific period. Lifetime value, the total revenue expected from a user over the duration of their relationship with the app. In-app purchase revenue, the total revenue generated from in-app purchases. And then you've got ad revenue, the total revenue generated from the ads shown within the app. Then we look at performance, starting with crash rate. The frequency at which the app crashes, typically measured as the number of crashes per session or per user. Load time, the time it takes for the app to load and be ready for user interaction. App latency, the responsiveness of the app to the user interaction. Network error rate, the frequency of the network-related errors encountered by users. Then we have user satisfaction, App Store rating and reviews, the average rating and quantitative feedback from the users in the App Store reviews, Net Promoter Scores, a measure of user satisfaction and loyalty based on the likelihood of the user to recommend the app. And last, we have feature-specific metrics. The feature adoption rate, the percentage of users who engage with a new feature, and then the feature usage frequency, how often a particular feature is used by the user. So how are the teams set up? Now, predominantly app teams are quite large due to having to manage 2 platforms, iOS and Android. Usually you have 1 product manager, 1 designer, 1 engineer, manager or scrum master, 1 to 2 tech lead, depending on if they can manage both iOS or Android, or be separated. And then you have 6 to 8 engineers. Now the engineers can be split into iOS and Androids, but sometimes you may also encompass a back-end engineer as well, who can develop specific APIs for both platforms to leverage. So here are some challenges that you may face and how do you overcome them. First one is the platform fragmentation. Now, native apps often need to be developed separately for iOS and Android, leading to potential inconsistency and increase in development. To overcome this, simply create a cross-functional team with expertise in both platforms to ensure consistency of user experience and feature parity. Share resources, utilizing shared codebase and framework to reduce duplication of effort. Looking at platform-specific designs, leveraging platform-specific design guidelines while maintaining a unified brand identity. Next is user expectation and feedback. Now, native apps users have a high expectation for performance, usability, and regular updates. Meeting this expectation can be very challenging. To overcome this, here are a couple of things. Establish a regular update cycle with clear communication of new features and improvements. Then implement robust mechanisms for collecting and analyzing user feedback, example in-app surveys or App Store reviews. Use beta testing programs to gather feedbacks and identify issues before a wide release. Next is performance and stability. Native apps must be optimized for performance and stability across various devices and operating system versions. To overcome this challenge, implement an automated testing and continuous integration to catch performance issues earlier. Use performance monitoring tools to track and address performance issues. And focus on an incremental improvements and optimization based on your user feedback and behavior. Then we've got rapid technological advancements. The mobile ecosystem evolves rapidly, requiring constant adaptation to new technologies, frameworks, and operating system updates. Now, to overcome this challenge, 1, encourage continuous learning and professional development within your team. Keep abreast of the industry trends and the OS updates by following developer bloggers, attending conferences like the yearly Apple and Android conferences. Maintain a flexible product roadmap that you can adapt to new technological opportunities and constraints. Then we have security and privacy. Ensuring the security and privacy of your user data is so important, especially with the increasing regulations. To overcome this challenge, conduct a regular security audit and penetration testing. Implement some strong data protection privacies and encryption practices. Stay informed about the compliance with relevant regulations, example the GDPR or the CCPA. And lastly, we have user retention and engagement. Keeping users engaged and retaining them in a competitive app market is so difficult. To overcome this, use data analytics to provide a personalized experience. Implement features such as push notification, in-app messages, and rewards to keep user engaged. And continuously improve the user experience based on user feedback and behavioral analysis. If you find this video helpful or inspiring, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you would like to share your experience as a product manager for mobile apps, please share in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.